Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be playing F1 2018. I'm very excited about this game. So we're going to start career mode. And we're going to be picking Red Bull as our car. I feel like we're somewhat in the middle and we have a good chance of winning. Not right away, but we do have a good chance. And our teammate, I picked Max Verstappen because I feel like he's a real aggressive driver, which I like that. I'm also an aggressive driver, so I like to take risk just like he does.
Thanks for coming by. I'm sure you're very anxious to get out on track. It's taken a lot of effort to get to F1. Congratulations. But the real work starts now. This is
Claire, motorsport journalist. Nice to meet you. You'll be seeing quite a lot of me throughout the season. So, you had a pretty impressive junior career. How are you feeling about your move into F1? Do you think you have what it takes?
Let's save the questions for a proper interview, shall we? I'm sure you'll have a lot more to talk about once there's been some action on track. I think we could fit you in after FP1 if you're free.
That works for me. I'll grab you the second you finish on the track.
Remember, the relationship you have with the team could be affected by what you say to the media, so be careful. Anyway, it's time to catch up with Carl. He's waiting for you in the data center. Good luck out there today.
Welcome to the data center. Here, we've got access to all kinds of information, including car telemetry, weather, lap times, tyre wear, the list goes on. Plus, we've got a direct link back to the factory, so we're in constant communication with the team there. We need you to regularly feedback about areas of the car that are lacking and help us direct our resources in the most productive way. More effort here equals a quicker car, so it's well worth the effort. Good luck this season. Oh, and make us all look good, okay?
I will do. I'll try and do that.
Welcome to your new team. Red Bull have taken the sport by storm over the past decade or so to become one of the most successful on the grid. They have a constant influx of new talent from their famous Young Driver program, so make sure to impress, lest you lose your seat to another rising star. Here you can see the pertinent details about your current contract. On one side are the objectives and bonuses that we've negotiated with the team. On the other is information regarding how you're perceived throughout the paddock, your reputation with the current team, and your overall value to them, which is a combination of these elements.
Alright, so the name I picked is the rookie, hence the first year we are racing. So
welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly.
alright, let's go ahead into qualifying and see how we do.
Okay, you should be able to get into the next qualifying session easily, so try to get a hot lap in early so we can save the tyres.
Alright, will do. Alright, so now we're in Q1. So I'm starting to show lap 2. Lap 2 because lap 1 I was all over the place, even though I said the fastest lap. The leaders haven't qualified yet, so I just started on lap 2 because it was a little bit better driving for me. So
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
I do have the difficulty set to hard. I wasn't sure. I did play F1 2016, so I knew a little bit coming into this game, but I set it to hard to see how the pace was. And I noticed that in qualifying I pretty much led all of them. So maybe in the next, going to the next race, I'll probably bump up the difficulty. Now, the tuning, I did use a preset, so I went online and looked up what other people were using. So I really didn't mess with the brake bias, differential, the downforce and stuff like that. So now we're in Q2, and again we're going to be showing lap 2, because in lap 1 I was all over the road. You can see Sebastian Vettel set the fastest lap. So in Q2, I think I did two laps, because I felt it was either this lap that I didn't feel too good, and I was like, I'll just do another lap.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
And also the ERS, I left it in automatic because I am using a controller. So again, controller is harder to drive, but I've been using a controller all my life, so it's not too difficult for me. But once changing the fuel mixture and also adjusting the ERS, I was like, I'm just gonna leave ERS automatic so I can just focus on the DRS and the fuel mixture, so it won't be that hard for me. Okay, so it wasn't Q2. I think it was Q3 that I did 2 more laps. So yeah, as you can see, I was in 3rd. I didn't try too much in this one because I felt like I had the pace. So here we are in Q3, and also starting the second lap.
Fastest lap so far? Well done.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top three. The rookie, Raikkonen and Lewis Hamilton. Goodbye for now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
All right, so we ended up in first place in Q3. Very excited. Again, wasn't too sure with the difficulty. I'll probably have to bump it up the next race. But my teammate Verstappen finished in fourth. Hope he was a little bit higher, but not too bad. Hamilton in third, which is a surprise, so we'll see.
New drivers, new cars and a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that hosts the first round of a 21 race championship, taking us from here in Melbourne, Australia, across the globe before we eventually reach the season finale at Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. Just south of Melbourne's downtown business centre is the one and only Albert Park Circuit. 3.3 miles of public roads, closed for the weekend of course, make for a bumpy circuit with little undulation. There are 16 corners around the lake and a couple of good passing opportunities here as well, thanks in part to the DRS zones into turns 1, 3 and 13. We have plenty of changes to the sport this year with the addition of new safety features, the return of France and Germany in an expanded 21-race calendar, and more tyre compounds than ever before. And of course, we have some big car manufacturers back in the sport too, with Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin returning as title sponsors for Sauber and Red Bull respectively. Joining me to take you through all the action of the 2018 Formula One season is Anthony Davidson. Great to have you with us.
Thanks, Crofty. Always happy to be here. I'm looking forward to getting underway. Last year was Mercedes' 4th Constructors' title in a row, although for the first half of the season it was absolutely neck and neck with the Ferraris. Hopefully this year we can see the chasing pack take that final step, as I'd love to see a championship contest all the way up to the final race in Abu Dhabi. Another story to keep an eye on is the relative performance of McLaren and Toro Rosso, who have exchanged power unit suppliers this year. And given the additional restrictions on engine components, they need to be strong in terms of both performance and reliability.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. The rookie lines up on pole position, and Kimi Raikkonen completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Valtteri Bottas, and Vettel, Magnussen, Sainz, Grosjean, and Esteban Ocon, Perez, Hülkenberg, Brendan Hartley, and Alonso, Gasly, Leclerc, Lance Stroll, and Stoffel van Dorn, Ericsson, and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
First race of the season and you're on pole. Let's bring home a win today.
I was hoping for the tire selection to be super softs, then softs, but here it shows ultra softs and softs, and I really didn't like that idea because I'm on a controller, so I felt that the tire wear was not too good, and I thought the ultra softs were going to give out within 4th lap or the 5th lap. Alright, so waiting for the 5 lights to go out, and they go off, and I just roast the tires going into first gear, and surprisingly Hamilton comes up right behind me, side by side, but luckily I was able to hold them off. I was actually surprised because I thought Raikkonen was going to be side by side, but Hamilton just got a good run right off the line, but I was able to close it and retain first. So on lap 1, I wanted to set a good pace and just go in all the corners very good. So the end of lap 1, I messed up and I went too far off the track, and Hamilton was able to jump on it and take advantage of that. And again, I go off. I wasn't able to hold it. But I was trying to come back at Hamilton, but he just had so much pace. So obviously I knew I was on ultra soft, so I was just thinking I'm just gonna hold second, see if I can make more room from the guys in the back, because Raikkonen was behind me, and just keep the pace going, because I knew if I was gonna go get Hamilton, I'm just gonna destroy my tires. And going into the race, I really didn't like using the ultra softs because of my tire wear. So I do battle a little bit with Hamilton, but as the race goes on, I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna hold it off, hold second, and see how my pace is and tire wear is. So yeah, I go right behind Hamilton, give him a little push. I try to look into the inside, but he was too ahead of me.
You're hitting the energy deployment limit and losing ERS power before the end of the lap. Lower the ERS deployment.
Surprisingly, I set the fastest lap. So, but I had a good pace. As you can see, I made a good distance on Bottas. So as you can see, Hamilton just pulling away, tremendous pace.
We're gonna box this lap. Push
So I
hard on the
noticed on lap 6, when I was supposed to box, that the tires were still good. And I was like, I'm probably going to stay out and see how far I can go with these tires. As you can see, Bottas, Raikkonen, Verstappen, and Vettel are just on a train, just trying to pass each other. Which is probably why I still had good pace, because I was probably like 1.8 seconds ahead of them. My tires were going out, but I still felt that I still had good pace. And yeah.
Okay, we think the effects of the tyre deg are going to kick in soon. We should be alright for the time being, but you will start to find it a bit more slippery out there.
Yeah, it was a little bit slippery out there, and I found some corners were difficult, but I still felt I had the pace.
Max is coming in for a stop.
So my teammate comes in into the pit stop. So at this point, I was waiting for Hamilton to pit, to see if I can do the overcut on him, because really not to. I knew once I pitted, he will pass me, but I wanted to.
Okay, gap to leader, 6.6
Yeah,
seconds.
so 6.6 seconds. I wanted to close that gap by the time I pitted. So I was hoping for 3 seconds. So Hamilton comes in the pits now. So now I'm rich revs on the full lap rich revs, and I'm coming in the next lap. And again, since I went 4 more laps, I still didn't think I was able to use the softs, because again, with the pace, maybe, but I wasn't too sure, so I stuck with the 2-stop.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
So I come in this lap, and you can see I overran. So I was feeling good coming into this, but I was scared that I was gonna come in too fast. So I really slowed down a lot, and that really hurt me, as you're about to see what happens. It wouldn't let me go. It wouldn't let me go. I was so furious. I was ahead of both of them, but when I came in, I slowed down too early coming into the pit limiter. And that gave Bottas to pit first.
We'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in our
You see,
strategy.
Bottas goes into the pit first. I was furious. So now I'm in this train. Even Vettel passed me. So now I try to go to the inside of Vettel. Saw nothing. Now the good thing is that everybody is on softs, and I just came out with super softs, so I'm able to outrun them the first couple of laps. But since there's so many people, it was just so hard to pass each person. See, I try to look on the inside, but Vettel closed the door on me real quick. There's just no way. And I scraped the wall over right there. I didn't want to be too aggressive because I didn't want to lose my front wing. Because this is the first race, so I did want to finish within the top 10. So I drive conservatively right here, and then I make my move right here with DRS. Again, the Ferrari is a little bit faster, but Stroll locks up, and that gave me a chance to dive in because Raikkonen I believe was making the move on Stroll. So Stroll just locked up and gave me I was able to make the move on both of them to pass him. So now there's another train with Bottas, I guess, Van Dorn, and Verstappen.
Is 1.5 seconds.
And again, I was doing the same thing. I didn't want to do a risky move on Verstappen. Again, it is my team, and I give him a little push. So
We have excess fuel.
he makes the move on Van Dorn, and I try to make the move, but it couldn't happen. He was too ahead of me for me to make the move. Alright, so now I'm able to make the move on lap 12 easily with DRS. And surprisingly, when Verstappen pitted, when he came out of the pits, he came out in ultra softs. So his pace was really good because he won up me pretty much. Looked into the outside, nothing there. Again, I wanted to be conservative. I wanted to pass him at the right time. So I'm just staying back. But again, he does have ultra sauce, so the pace is really good for him in the beginning. So So I try to dive in here, but I got a little bit loose. The rear end got loose. So nothing, I couldn't do nothing there. got a little bit too outside. So I was hoping with DRS, I believe he doesn't have any DRS. So with DRS, I'm able to
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the
able to pass him, but I couldn't. Try to go with the inside, but didn't work. See if I can get him here with DRS. And I do when I sweep into the inside. I passed him clean.
Okay, good work. Great pass.
I bet Mati was happy about that.
Gap to car in front is 2.4 seconds.
So the next person in front was Bottas. Again, he's on softs, so I felt like I had the pace coming in and was able to pass him up. But also, I was supposed to pit on lap 17, so I was trying to hurry up and
Max is in the pits.
Verstappen just pitted and I set the fastest lap. Before I pitted again, I wanted to pass Bottas.
Pit window open. Let's box this lap.
I believe I didn't pit this lap. I believe I pitted in lap 19.
Some information on
out of the
Ocon.
race.
They are out of the race.
Yeah, I believe I pitted on lap 19 or 20 because again the tire wear was surprisingly good. So yeah, I did want to pass Bottas before I pitted. I wanted to slow him down a little bit.
Box this lap, please.
I was purple in sector 2. So the pace was good. The only problem was that pit stop, and again I go outside. The
Yellow flag.
pit stop messed me up big time because I would have been ahead of these guys and I would have been fighting for pretty much the lead with Hamilton,
Green flag. Green flag.
but
We're
now
racing
that
again.
Bottas and Raikkonen left the pit box before me, it just gave Hamilton so much pace to like lead. So I guess Hamilton was leading by a long, I think about 10 or 14 seconds. So here I make the move on Bottas. Again, another clean move.
Nice move. Good job.
Then he tried to come back, but I just closed the door on him. Yeah, you can see here the replay. I went outside, but because of the DRS, I was able to catch him and just sweep into the inside and take second place. Now I didn't want to pit, but because I had good tire wear, but I could not finish with these tires all the way to the end of the race. So eventually I did have to pit.
Okay.
Bottas was right behind me.
Understood.
So I
Stopping
do
this
come in
lap.
on lap 19. Yeah, because the tire wear was already going.
Complete. Go now. That was our last stop. No more
So
scheduled
when I come out of the
stops.
pit, one of the Renaults, Carlos Sainz, just hit me. And the banana cars. And you can see here the replay. Coming out of the pits. Just very aggressive, just dives right behind me. dives and just touches me. That was a close call. And my teammate is behind both of the banana cars and trying to work his way up. So now that 9 laps left, I wanted to set so much pace. So I catch up to Perez, one of the Force Indias. I just set purple after purple each lap, each sector. Catch up to Perez, dive bomb him right inside. I lock up. He didn't touch, so another clean pass.
Great maneuver. You made it look easy.
Set another fastest lap. So next was Magnussen. So I catch him.
Caution, caution.
Van Dorn is out of the race. Probably another engine failure. So I try to go, I saw him slowing down, so I try to dive into the inside, but no room. And again, I try to do it on the inside again in this corner, but again, no room. He blocked it. So I waited for the straightaway with the DRS and passed him super easy. As you can see coming in. Try to take the opportunity, but it wasn't there. And then I tried it again in this corner, but he was too far ahead and I locked up. And the straightaway with the DRS, I had him. Almost crashed. So came in right in front of me.
Has the lead.
Yeah, I was hoping with 5 laps to go that I was able to catch Vettel, but they were just so far ahead. That 9 point, yeah, they were just so far ahead, and Hamilton obviously won the race, had great pace, but so angry that I slowed down with that pit stop, and it just made me finish in 5th. It was, and here the tires were gone. Cause that set has so much pace in the beginning when I came out of the pits. But all in all, good first race. But
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
So Mercedes have won it, and what a great race it was. And I have to wonder, Anthony Davidson, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Well, I'd say it's just raw pace, plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk about strategy all day, the overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all, if you want to win, you need a package that's got the speed over everyone else, and that's exactly what they had today.
And as the adrenaline dies down after another eventful Grand Prix, here come the top 3 out onto the podium. And after this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. Lewis Hamilton takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship after an excellent result. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Well, after a drive like that, it's got to be Charles Leclerc, hasn't it? Very clean, very smooth. He can be really pleased with that one.
And now let's take a look at the constructors' standings. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. Well, what a weekend that has been. Please join us next time for another thrilling instalment of this Formula One season.
All right, guys, not bad. We did start in pole, but all in all, it wasn't that bad. With the little mistake I did, it did prevented us in 5th place. But again, this is the first race, so hopefully going forward with this, we're able to keep up and hopefully be in the top 3 in every race, and win a couple of more races. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll be back with more races.